Hello friend, welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. Here you are looking with me on the 99 Toyota Corolla. I never had it in my shop because this person, I know her, but she has her own mechanic who works on this, right? But he's busy, the guy's busy, he has no time. And she discovered oil leak in her driveway. So she said, okay, if you have a time this afternoon, can you please look at it and tell me what is leaking? I want to be responsible. I don't want to damage this vehicle despite the fact, right? I'm driving it to the ground, but I'm still trying to be responsible. And if it's fixable, you know, I would love to take care of it. So let's go look together what is leaking. And she tries to be responsible, so she even put a tray underneath the car in her driveway and she caught some of that oil. And I immediately saw that it's very thick yellowish oil, which you can actually hopefully see right here what is better, without the light or with the light. And it's a gear oil. This is a manual transmission vehicle, right? Look at the oil pan, it's perfectly dry, there's nothing leaking, the engine oil filter perfectly dry. But look here on that cross member right here, plus on the tranny we have a gear oil. Now where do you think it's coming from? I'm looking on the driver's side CV shaft. That seems to be dry. Here is the oil and it's more here. So, where do you think it's coming from? I'm trying my best to show it to you. There's limited space. But if you guessed that it's a passenger side CV shaft, right, entering the tranny, there is a seal. You are right. It will be coming from there. I can't lift the camcorder higher, but right there, I wish I can, but right there underneath where the CV shaft is entering that manual tranny, right? This cross member, it's in the way, but it's right there. That's where it's leaking from. How you fix this? Well, unfortunately, you have to remove all of it to be able to move the CV shaft. Then you can remove the CV shaft from the transmission, right? Then you can replace the failed seal, which is down there, right? And then you can put all together. So I will record this for her, right? I will write her what's happening and I will give her estimate how much this will possibly cost her. But I don't think she will come back because she has her own technician, right? Her own guy. And now just something for your entertainment. Maybe she will actually come back and let me to do that, and I will tell you right now funny story. When she came, right, when I was taking the car from her, I started up and there was that brake light in the dashboard on, right? And I'm like, why is that on? I mean, the brake was all the way down, right? And she says, well, that's for the years. That's for the years, and the mechanic doesn't know what it is for, right? Why is it there? So I'm just living with it. But you guys who watch this channel, we made bunch of videos about it, right? And you know exactly, you are not mechanic, you know exactly what can cause it, right? The number one, she was correct. It can be the switch for the handbrake, right? That we know, when you pull it, the light goes on, right, in the dashboard. But you also know that there is a sensor in this brake fluid reservoir. So I told her, hey, I will just really quickly check it, but this will cause it too. Sure enough, when I opened it, there was not enough fluid. I just ran up there, grabbed the .3, added a little bit, and now the light is gone. And as I said, I'm just entertaining you with this story. I think if that's her mechanic and he cannot even fix this, she should get rid of him, because that's absolutely ridiculous. He's not even capable checking the level of the brake fluid in the reservoir. So that was just for fun. Thank you for watching, and be subscribed. I have way more coming your way soon. See you later, my friend.